All right, guys. So, you know, every time I jump on a Monday night Zoom, I always think about the fact that we we have a choice, right? We have a choice. I for a while I was making my own excuses of things I wasn't getting done or things that I couldn't, quite make, or maybe I was just tired one day or whatever it might be. But I made it a priority previously to be here on Monday nights. And I need to always make sure that it's priority, unless I'm like up in the sky or something, to be here on Monday nights. Why? Because every time that one is skipped, somebody messages me, says, Amanda, when are we going to do that? Where were you? When are we going to do that again? And I learned that lesson last year because I kind of gave up on myself. And I think it's easy on this journey sometimes that we give up on ourselves. And or we give up on ourselves, or we get distracted with just life. I mean, sometimes it's life, sometimes it's situational. You guys, I just saw Rachel Hollis and Dave Hollis are divorcing. Like, I literally just saw that announcement made by Rachel on her page. And you know what? I was reading comments and I seen a lot of people say, what hope does that give the rest of us? And I actually saw it completely different. So everybody's like, what help does that give the rest of us if they can't make it work? And what I saw was two people that love each other, that have loved each other, that have a family, that fought for their marriage and are going to go their separate ways in order to be happy, but work together as friends and business partners. And I thought about that for a minute, and that was all right before I hopped on this Zoom. I thought about that for a minute and I was like, man, there are people literally that are going to allow this affect their personal marriage and personal life, because they're like, well, if it didn't work for her, why is it going to work for me? What hope do I have? And it's like, I think about that in this business aspect is like, there's so many people that are hearing those inside or outside influences of people telling them it didn't work for her. Sally over here has joined 10 companies, didn't work for her, all these different things, right? And you guys, I have to tell you, there is a shift in mindset. And Jessica actually is going to talk about that here in just a little bit, because it was something that she told me today. And then me seeing Rachel Hollis post that, I was like, oh man, I got to have Jess talk about this, because the truth is that at one point or another in your run for this, you're going to have somebody throw a curveball at you. You're going to have something happen in your life, a death. Last year, you guys, I had 4 people die, 4 grandparents die, literally between August and January. 4. Like, that's crazy. And like, it really, it hit home. And then I turned around and had surgery in March, and it's just been crazy. And to be very transparent, you guys want to know what I was doing at 1 o'clock today? I'll just tell you why, because I tell everybody everything anyways, and I'll tell people on Facebook at some point today. I was on the phone with a psychiatrist. Want to know why? Because quarantine kicked my ass. That's why. And there's a lot of life happening. And so, about a month and a half ago, when I was really low, before I came into TikTok land, before I made an appointment with my doctor, and I said, listen, something's not right. I'm not right. I'm sad. I'm laying around. I have no motivation. I know it had to do with the fact of a gigantic drop in my exercise routine, just being home every day. You guys, for those of you guys that don't know, I have ADHD, and I do not do very well when things are quiet at all. Like, I'm talking, I go insane. And I like bad, and I go manic. Okay. Like manic, as in I'll spend $10,000 in a day, manic. Okay. Literally. And like, even if I didn't have $10,000 in a day, I would spend $10,000 in a day somehow, some way, literally. And it's a very, it's something that I think sometimes people don't want to talk about, but I'm telling you this because some of you guys are going to go through these personal life things that you don't want to share. That's fine. You don't have to share those things. Okay. But for me, it's part of who I am that I share it. Why do I share these things? Because I want to educate people. I want to teach people. I want to make it so non-taboo that people don't have to hold it in and they can talk about it. Well, today was a little bit of a different appointment. I was on there for an hour with them, and um, uh, he re-diagnosed me. Yes, I have ADHD, but pretty sure that he believes I have a mood disorder as well, bipolar. And I was kind of not shocked, to be honest with you, because I definitely exasperate the symptoms, especially in impulsivity, but I didn't know. And so that's something I have to learn a little bit about and kind of learn about as we go. But the reason why I'm telling you this is because there's such a stigma in this world about diagnosis and being crippled by, whatever it is that you're going through, whether that's an addiction, whether that is, um, whatever it is, guys. Right now we've got a lot of things going on in this world. Okay. And Nikki, if you get a chance, guys, you can go to Nikki's live today that she did. I think you said it perfectly. She actually had to take a step back and away because it was very deeply rooted to her and to so many others. But, Nikki, you said something on your live. I went back and watched it earlier, and you were like, your color, what you decided to do for a living, like nobody deserves to like be hated on for that, the way that you were raised, any of that. But we all have to be willing to listen and learn, right? And that is going to make us better people. And the same thing goes with, what I'm going through in my personal life. Some of you guys would have never known, right? I mean, you guys knew I was ADHD, but you guys never would have known some of the other things, right? Or the impulsivity or the things that I've struggled with, very personal things that I talked to my doctor about and I was very honest with, which is how he ended up coming up with the diagnosis. Um, but these things happen for all of us. Okay. They happen for all of us. We're going to go through divorces. We're going to go through deaths in our families. We're going to go through losses of our children, our cousins, our aunts, our uncles, our moms, our dads. We're going to have abuse. There's a sideline that we just lost during quarantine that her husband killed her. Okay. Reality is, guys, it's not the first time I've seen it happen since I've been, in this industry. And Chas always talks about it. We do life together. And that's where I think our team is a little bit different. Kaylee made a post the other day, or maybe it was today. I think it was today, about, she doesn't do this business for the money. I mean, of course, yes, guys, we do business for money. All right. Like that's the reality. It's part of it. But the reason why we really do this business is what we see it doing for other people. Literally. I'm addicted to it. And Kayla, you posted something about being addicted to seeing other people get happy. And whether that is they found a way to believe in themselves again, whether that is we've found a way for somebody to believe in themselves, not again for the first time in their lives, that they felt like they were worth something, or they decided to take their health back, whatever it is. Like if it wasn't for this industry, I probably would be sitting here, or I probably would be overweight, still very, very, I'm still overweight, but very, very out of shape, very, very unhappy. When I look back, I am very sad. It's going to make me cry. I am very sad seeing some of my pictures, not because I was overweight or heavy or anything like that, because I can just see in my eyes how unhappy I was. I can see in my eyes and in my face, guys, like, to be honest with you, and I'm a nurse, so I have to pay attention to people's faces. Like there's some pictures and videos where I know that my blood pressure had to have been so high because my eyes were drooping. And it makes me sad to know that there's other people out there that won't try this business or won't try these products because of what somebody else is telling them. And I was that person. I was that person too. So, anyways, I'm telling you all of this because you're not going to learn everything overnight. It's going to take a course of you continuing to show up and pick up nuggets, build your courage, try something new. My new promoter, Stephanie, I'm not sure if she's on tonight, but she messaged me this morning and she was just like, I really don't know what I should be posting. So I sent her like the 5 things thing. I said, listen, I said, if it doesn't inspire, educate, or inform, think about it. You don't have to focus on how many times a day you're posting or anything like that, but do you have something to say? Do you have something that's going to make an impact in some way, shape, or form that can influence or change somebody's life, or how can somebody relate to you? And that's what it comes down to. What can we do to build relationships? And it's taking me back to those very basic things. And that's, we can start with birthdays. Some of you guys on here right now do not do birthdays every day. If you did, and you focused on 9 non-thrivers' birthdays, by the end of the year, you would have talked to every single one of your friends on your Facebook. So stop and start doing it every day. Do your birthdays. There, you just made a connection. You just had a conversation with people. So when we tell you go message 10 people, birthdays count because you're talking to them. Okay? Same thing when it comes to, you can go, and we have this nifty little thing called stories now. You're not great at stories? That's okay. Nobody gives a shit. They don't care. They don't care if you know how to make a fancy post or anything like that. They just are nosy and want to know what you're doing. So take a picture of you at the gym, or take a picture of you making dinner, or take a picture of you outside building a porch, or take a picture of like whatever it is that you want. You don't have to get fancy.
Mommy,
Quit overthinking everything.
well, when you take it off, you lose it.
Quit overthinking everything. Just do it. Quit overthinking like what it's got to look like and how it's got to be perfect, and just do the action. Okay. I know Nikki had a breakthrough a couple months ago. Sorry, Nikki, I keep on talking about you. I'm sorry. I love you though. She had a breakthrough a couple months. She just simply wasn't doing anything. Like, I love you, Nikki, but she simply just had stopped doing the actions. Okay. And she was like, man, I'm lost. Like, I need to get accountable. So what'd she do? She jumped back into plugging in. She got some people that she knew were going to run with her, beside her, alongside her, keep her accountable, that would keep on showing up for her. She messaged me. We had a good conversation, just that real talk. I'm here for you, support you. Life happens. It is what it is. Let's change it. Let's move forward. Right. She started sending me her screenshots of all her messages that she had sent out. What did those messages include? It sure as shit didn't have anything to do with Thrive, unless she had to follow up with somebody. For the most part, it was talking about, I hope you have a good weekend, or have a good day. It's been a while since we've chatted. Just wanted to catch up with you, see how you were doing. Oh my God, you mean you just had conversations with people? Most of you guys aren't doing that either. So why am I telling you this? I'm not telling you this to yell at you, because I found out recently that when you tell people stuff and you're trying to teach them stuff, sometimes they take that as you yelling at them. So I want to clarify, constructive criticism and giving you tips is not yelling at you. It is pointing you in the direction to find effing success. Okay? So if you're not doing these things, write it down. Birthdays, every single day. Stories, comment up that shitload on everybody's stories. Focus on non-thrivers first. Okay, so if your time's limited, focus on non-thrivers. And then you can add thrivers in there if you want to, whatever, later. But for the most part, focus on non-thrivers. Okay. Simply your news feed. Go through and interact on what people have going on in their life. Don't stay silent. If you're silent, nobody's going to talk to you. That means you're not going to have any business. So if you're just posting, let me make this very clear. Posting is not working your business. Okay? Cold messaging, I hate. And I will tell you till I turn blue in the face that I strongly believe long-term that it will give your business blue balls. Let's just put it that way. Okay? Some of you guys don't know what blue balls are. Maybe I shouldn't have said that one. But I'm just saying, it will. It will stunt your business. It'll ruin your reputation. And it's just not what we teach. And it's very despised by a lot of people. Like, you do that to me, I normally ignore your message until I have something nice to say. Because when I try to correct them, guess what they do? They feel defensive. So they don't take teaching moments very well. So what do we learn about this tonight? And we're getting to the other stuff. Jess, I'm going to break. I'm not going to talk for 30 minutes like you said. Okay, I'm going to cut this short. I've got 5 minutes, and then I'm turning it over to you, and then turn it over to Crystal. Okay, so I'm watching the clock tonight. She says, you're going to talk for the first half hour. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Okay, we're doing 20, 20, 20. So anyways, so we've got birthdays every day. We've got stories every day. We've got going through and commenting on our post every day. Oh, wait a second. What about growing our network? Because we've got to get in front of new people, right? So you look up people that live in your town, your city, your state, people that you work with, people that you saw in the hallway or in the cafeteria, or whatever, that maybe you work at a hospital. So, okay, look up your hospital, look up the departments. Anybody you see familiar, okay, friend them. Same thing if your job. You work at a grocery store? Great. Are you friends with all the cashiers? Are you friends with the box boys? Are you friends with the girl in the bakery or the deli? No? Mm-mm. Okay, start that. You stop at the gas station every day? Are you friends with the gas station attendants? Start there. What about Family Dollar? What about Walmart? Well, Walmart's kind of iffy now because it's like all self-checkout. But you see what I'm going at here? It doesn't have to be necessarily people that you met on Facebook. It can be people that you met anywhere. And maybe you're not like Amanda and you don't talk to everybody under the sun and like carry on endless conversations about absolutely nothing. But I'm going to tell you what, guys, it's so simple to be like, are you on Facebook? Yeah. Okay, great. I'm going to shoot you a message. Yesterday at the dollar store, I was in the dollar store and somebody was like, oh my God, Amanda, how are you doing? I love watching your TikToks. Girl, you need to message me about that Thrive stuff. I said, listen, why don't you shoot me a message and I will send you my link because we got $25 off right now that you're going to get credits added to your account. Girl, like we got to talk. Like this business is crazy because she was in my previous business. Here's the thing, guys. I didn't know what the hell this woman's name was. I had no clue. But did I say that? No. I said, why don't you shoot me a message since I'm still here? Because I don't want to forget. And you know, I'm all crazy. And she knows that because she follows me on Facebook. So it's not something hidden that I'm a hot mess. I'm just a hot mess. So it's like, you know, I just want to keep that rapport and that relationship, right? So, okay, we've got that. So now we're growing our network. You can grow your network by joining groups. Again, I'm going to use, let me think. Who can I use that I don't normally use? I am going to use me and Jessica. I mean, I always use me and Jessica. But anyways, we can go into gastric sleeve groups and we can talk about gastric sleeve. We could go in and post about this and we could talk about, hey, do you have any tips on helping me get restarted? Like I've hit a stall, whatever it might be, right? Oh, great. Hey, let's be friends. Boom. You guys, I've signed a lot of people that have had my surgery because I created and focused on the friendship first. My daughter told me the other day, and I might have said this on a live, that I'm good at the end game. What's that mean to you? What does that mean? Are you good at the end game? Yes, your mailman, the FedEx, the UPS driver, all of the above. Are you good at the end game? The end game is having a conversation with somebody knowing that they may never decide to order or try your product, may never want to join you, but you think that relationship is more valuable than that. That should be everybody. You should never make somebody feel like you're only talking them to be a product or order a product, right? People read through you. So if you're only going into groups to add people to sell your product, people are going to block you. People are not going to accept you. People are not going to want to be friends with you, especially if they go to your page and all they see is you throwing up about Thrive all day. So if you're not, okay, so that's another thing. What about posting? And we're going to get to more of this. What about posting? Posting. Well, if I go to your page and I know nothing about you, you're probably not doing a very good job. So I want every single person tonight to go to your page, your personal Facebook pages, and say, what am I about? What do people know about me? If somebody were to go on my page right now, what would they know about you? And if you only say Thrive, you need to do some significant cleanup and hide a lot of shit on your timeline and start posting now. Okay. Because if you are not relatable or you do not let people know why it is that you're doing what you're doing or what you have, nobody's going to join you. Nobody's going to order from you and nobody is going to want to be your friend because you bring nothing to the table for them. And let's just be real. Why do you like people's posts? Because it informed you or entertained you or brought something to the table for you, right? Maybe it inspired you, whatever it is. Okay, so I just hit my 9:20, so I got to shut my mouth now. We're going to talk about, and I'm going to bring it back to us talk. I'm going to write it down so I don't forget. Jess, I'm going to unmute you too. But we're going to bring it back to, because I'm getting you on here before this 9:20. Okay, there we go. We're going to bring it back to messaging. I've seen some people talking about messaging over here in the comments, and it is 1,000% critical. Besides you doing birthdays and in Messenger with, you know, all your different stuff that you get in Messenger in some way, shape, or form somehow with other people. And how do you do that? And we're going to get to that. So, Jess, you were talking about. Okay, first off, I want to say this. Jess has been with LaBelle now. Oh God, I'm echoing. For 3 years.
3 years at the end of this month.
Yeah. So 3 years at the end of this month. And this is the first time in those 3 years that she has hit her triple fast start bonuses. And you guys, I want you to know this, that Jess is considered my personally enrolled. I didn't enroll her, but she inherited me as her sponsor. Ta-da. Anyways, and I normally do offer my personally enrolled some promos as soon as triple fast starts come out, because I make the money back. I don't normally profit anything off of it. I just offer it. This time I did not do that, and I did not offer anything for their people. And the reason why I did it this way, and I just had this conversation with Jamie, is because I didn't want to cripple my team. And not saying if you offered promos that you're crippling your team, but I wanted them to think outside the box and try to do some different ways that we've talked about. Pre-selling, having conversations, giving up their own fast start. Because if you don't ever learn it and I just keep on giving it, you're not going to be able to teach it or able to apply it. So Jess, you want to talk about that because you hit your first time ever hitting your triple fast start bonuses. And it was with some new promoters, right?
No, they were with existing one of them was my husband. The other two, one will, like, when these things go on, she's usually the first one that gets a $400 pack because I always offer my fast start bonus back.
Wait. You guys hear what she just said? Why do you offer that fast start bonus back, Jess? Because you're not going to profit, but it's going to give her money and an incentive for her to do it. And are you really out anything by doing that?
No.
Okay.
I'm not out anything because
you're paying her on Tuesday.
Yep.
So nothing out of your pocket. Everybody hear that? She offered to give up her incentive of $80 by selling by this person if they decided to order the upgrade pack. Some of you guys won't do that because you take it as money that's out of loss. No, actually, it's not money loss. It's helping your teammate get samples in their hands so that they can now sample out to people. Okay. Yep. And you didn't lose out any money. Okay, keep on going. Sorry.
Well, and here's the other thing is you want your team to grow. How can your team grow if that person doesn't get a promoter pack? So I look at it as this way. I'm giving that person $80 back. This person made a $500+ purchase. She got a $400 product, promoter pack plus extra product because she already has people lined up wanting 3-day minis and want to try rest and want to try these other products. So that's why she ordered extra product. And so if I'm able to help her out, then I know with those minis that she's getting out, her business is going to grow. This isn't all about me. This is about teamwork. And guys, I've been there where, like, I can't give up $80. I need that extra $80 next week to help pay this, that, and the other thing. Okay, then don't offer 80, offer 40, offer whatever works for you. The other thing I did was the other promoter I had is she's more of a customer kind of promoter. She loves the product and she does have some customers, but she had the gastric sleeve just like us. And I know where she's coming from right now. Like, she's just overwhelmed with COVID. She's a daycare worker. She has her own daycare, everything. She has a son who has some issues going on right now. She's overwhelmed. But mindset wise, I just know where she's at. She's in the same spot that I was when I had my surgery, where Amanda was when she had her surgery. And it's all a mindset game. What are people going to think about me? How am I going to sell health and wellness products when I had a weight loss surgery? It's a mindset thing. But I gave her an awesome deal and she's like, okay, I'm going to get some 3-day minis out to some of these parents and stuff that I know are going through a rough time. So she has this mindset. She's going to do something with this. She may not run with this business, but she's going to have more product on hand than she's ever had, and she's going to do something with it. She already has that plan.
Hold on. You just said something. You said she's not going to run with this business. And I want to tell you guys something. Justice learned this. Over the course. You guys, it's not about necessarily. I mean, listen. There's going to be people that come into your business that want to run. Okay. And then there's going to be people that come into your business that just want the friendships, that want to get free product, that want the support, that want to know that they are simply just not a number in your team. So people that come in and they don't want to run, you teach them. You can still teach them how to make some money. You can still teach them how to get that product in people's hands. So it's okay when you're asking your team about goals and things that they're going after. I want you to keep that in mind, that it's not necessarily just about the people that are like, yeah, I want to run for this or I want to run for that. I want you to know, yeah, you want to love people where they're at and always continue to support them, no matter where if that journey has to stop for a little bit and come back. Anybody that's in my personally enrolled chat, they know I never remove anybody from my personally enrolled chat, ever. When do you ever see me remove somebody unless they're being like a dickwad? And that doesn't happen. Why don't we have people that are dickwads in that personally enrolled chat? Because it's a precedence of that's just not how we roll. That's just not our group. That's not how it is, right? So you never see people leave because people never feel like they're unwanted. I mean, every now and again somebody might leave, but for the most part, we're pretty like, you know, you could take like 6 months off, come right on back. And we're like, hey girl, where you been? It's good to see you. Like, let's do this. Right. So yes, I'm glad you said that though, because it is, it's, you know, people forget to reach out to people that aren't running.
Yeah. And here's one thing is, you know, I reached out to all my promoters that have ordered in the past, promoters that have not ever ordered. And I got 3 different apps that I'm pretty sure everybody has gotten. And if you're new to the network marketing and you're on this Zoom, good for you. But here's the thing, you're going to hear these. Rejection is people have no money. We're going through COVID. They don't have money. I can't sell anything. Nobody wants these products. They don't have money. You're closing the door before you can even open it. I don't know anyone. Here's the thing, guys. Majority, and I'm talking like 90% of my business is not from Kansas. 90% of my promoters are not from Kansas. You got to think outside of the box. The one I got the other day was from a promoter. She actually helped me go 4K, and she was working her business last year when I hit 4K, and then all of a sudden she fell off the face of the earth. And I asked her, I said, you know, I know you love your Thrive. Why did you quit? Was it money or what else was it? I kind of learned this from, I believe, Stacy, you know, like keep asking why. Okay, if money wasn't an issue, what else? And so that's what I did, is I took money out of the equation and I said, why? And she said, well, everybody's doing this and nobody wants to buy from somebody new. And I shut her down, and I'll be honest, I haven't heard back from her since I said this, but I shut her down. I said, you joined me when I was still new, because my business wasn't very big. I was still new. And so it's about mindset. And so kind of piggybacking off of something you said, Amanda, was, you know, you need to be making sure you're posting personal development, showing your 3 steps, growing your network. That's your bare minimum, guys. If you're going through crap, that should still be your bare minimum. Showing what is going on in your life. Are your kids driving you bonkers? Show it. It's okay. People are going to relate to that. I had some personal crap happen in the middle of May. I'm just going to kind of put it out there. I found out that my husband was thinking about divorce, and he didn't even say one word to me about it. I found out that he was messaging other people about it. So I confessed about it. And we're all good now. We're fine. But I was going through a really crappy time. Like, I didn't know, you know, am I going to have to start finding another house? Am I going to have to start doing this? Is my husband cheating on me? My mindset was like mind blown. But guess what, guys? I kept pushing with my business, because here's the thing. It drove me, I don't know, further, because I didn't know what was going to be next. So in April, I hit 5,100. In May, I hit, what was it, 46, something like that.
According to me, you were at like 6.
I was like 6K, yeah. And guys, this is the first month in 3 years that I'm basically on track to 12K. I'm $307 off from hitting today's goal. And I've never been that close, ever.
Yeah,
And
she's
so
on
I'm
a
cheering
mindset
in my
vortex.
personal chat right now. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm like cheering in my personal chat. Like, come on, guys, we're doing great. Let's keep it up. Like, trying to keep that fire going.
Mhm.
Um,
Jess, you had something yesterday that happened on your page when you made a post.
oh yeah, I see. Yeah, okay, yeah. So I don't make this post very often. Amanda usually follows my posts. I do not make this post very often because I don't like it. But
Mhm.
when I'm
Very
really
rare.
pushing for something, I make this post once in a while. And the post was, um, who wants to make up to 1320 in the next 14 days? I know most of you have probably made similar posts like that. Everything was going great. I had a few likes and a few engagements. And another reason why I decided to make that post was because the past week I had over 300 likes. I don't know how many comments on my before and after picture of me getting my hair cut. So my algorithm is like way up there right now. And so I was like,
Wait.
okay, I'm gonna
So
make
what did you do with all those people that liked your post?
I wrote them down. I
Uh-huh.
wrote
And so
I
now
wrote
you're
every
going to be
single thing down.
intentional with interacting with those people. You
Yep.
see, guys, what
Yep.
she did there. That's something that she learned along the way. You have a really big post that had a lot of interaction, especially if it's personal. You can reach out to those people and thank them for giving you support, just cheering you on and so forth, like just an open way. Or she can go spend time interacting with them. Okay, go ahead.
That and my birthday post. I mean, I had a couple birthday posts where they were just getting phenomenal likes and everything, especially drinking that drink. But um I made this post, who wants to make up to 1320 in the next 14 days? And I had someone who I had never messaged before. We've been friends, I don't even know how long, and I've never messaged her. She's never messaged me, nothing. She comments on my post and says, "Who really believes in this crap?" So I took a step back because I mean, that threw my mindset. Like, I'm excited, I'm pushing for triple fast start, and it threw my mindset. And I was just like, okay, take a step back. Old Jessica in old company would have been like, what are you talking about? Like, I would have fought her, and I would have literally told her, you don't know what you're talking about. No. So I shut it down. I'm like, I can't deal with this right now because she had a closed mindset. And at yesterday, I was pushing for something else, and I just needed to not put my energy there. Like, my energy needed to go somewhere positive, not somewhere negative. So I deleted the comment and I blocked her. I should I have blocked her? Probably not. I should have tried to build a relationship, but I just can't. Here's another reason that I did this. 2008, I was introduced to my previous company. It wasn't the right time. I thought it was a scam. I thought people were trying to steal money. I didn't know anything about network marketing. I really did think it was just like some scheme. 2015, I needed to make an extra $200 a month. I was looking for a second job, and that company popped up, and I joined a friend of mine, and I started making $200 a month. That's what I needed. 2017, I left that company, came to Lavelle because of several reasons. One, I loved the Thrive products, and two, I didn't believe in that company, didn't believe in their products, and did not like the vision that they were going towards. So your why is going to change, but here's the thing: is in 2008 my mindset was not ready. I was negative Nancy. I thought it was a scheme, and I was just like, you know what, if it not everybody is it going to take from 2008 to 2015, but you have to realize when somebody is just not ready, and that person was not ready, and they weren't for me. They can be with somebody else as far as I'm concerned
Wait,
at the moment.
wait, do you hear what she just
um
said there? Do you just hear what she just said? You get to choose who you work with. You get to choose who you build a business with. You get to choose who you sign as a customer. I don't give a shit who you are. If you come at me in my inbox with some attitude and can't have a normal conversation, I'm done with you. And you can ask any one of these leaders on here that have asked me to be in a three-way with somebody that's a complete asshole. I mean, I tell them straight up, I'm like, listen, I'm just going to tell you, if they get nasty, I'm going to cut that shit right in half, like real quick. Why? Because just like I'm teaching my daughter right now, you treat people how to teach you, or you teach people how to treat you. And if they don't have any respect for you now, they're not going to have any respect for you later. Period. End of story. And that's, I'm sorry, no amount of money on the planet Earth is worth that. So go ahead. Sorry.
No. The other thing I was going to talk about is the switch. Like what switch went off? I hear people talking about it last night. I heard it on Stacy's Zoom. Like what flipped the switch? And I can't really pinpoint anything except for 2018. And you know, I'm a slow grower, but Amanda meets me where I'm at. 2018, my promoter that I signed up with, who I was actually enrolled with in my previous company, so I had known her for a few years, had a really good friendship with her, still do, up and left the company, along with I don't know how many sidelines that I knew for years. And luckily, I was smart, not to like put anybody down or anything, but I went to conference. They didn't. And I really strongly believe that that's why they left. If they would have went to conference, they would have probably stuck around. But I got to meet Amanda, and so I knew who my leader was going to be. I knew where I was going. And so when they left, I'm like, cool, I know Amanda, we're cool. We're like two peas in a pod. And you know, it grew from there. We did Destination to 12K. You know, these things were all positive things, but it was a mindset. I had to grow. I did not believe in myself. And it took me hitting 4K back in February of 2019 and realize how much Amanda really cares about us, guys. She will pour into you. She will love you. She will cry with you. And then you get these messages when she's on a lifestyle getaway, like pushing you to go 4K. And then all of a sudden, here comes Jamie Pekka private messaging you too. And it's like, you really feel loved, but they put that belief in you. When you don't believe in yourself, reach out, like go up, because they're going to believe in you too, because they've been there. They've done it, maybe different situations, but they've been there. I did not believe in myself, and I still struggle with that. But I don't know what happened in April. I really don't know what happened. I just got that goat thing and I went for it and I got it, and I got 4K back after over a year or just a year of not having 4K. And now I'm on track to 12K. Like, this is insane what's going on in my life right now. But I'm not letting off the pedal. I'm returning back to work, and life is going to get crazy again. Side note, I work in a casino. So for those of you that say that nobody has money, I'm going to let you know, like, people keep driving by the casino because they want us to open the doors. So people have money, guys. Okay, they're ready to spend money. So don't think that they don't. And they have money. So just keep working on it, build those relationships, and stay consistent.
Look, I muted myself because I was eating and typing. I was like, oh, she can't do it. Listen, you can't be like making me cry. Like, I see Lisa over here saying, oh, yeah, she'll definitely cry with you, Lisa. But the reality of it is I mean, I am a very emotional person. I can't help it. But you guys, what she just said about me, like, it made me feel all warm fuzzies too. Okay, let me just tell you that, because I'm like a lovey person. So my love language is like somebody talking and telling me like those things too, right? And like, I think we forget that sometimes, like especially our leaders. But I want to point this out to you guys. Nikki, you know how much I love you, right? You know how much I love you. I want you guys to know this. You guys, Nikki's like 22 levels down in my organization. How much do you hear me talk about Nikki? How up in Nikki's business do you see me? How often do you see me cheering her on? How much money do you think I make on Nikki? 22 levels down in my organization. We get paid 8 levels deep. It's not about who's making money. I want you guys to know that, okay? It's literally about the relationships that you're building, the friendships that you're building, the belief that you're building, that you're teaching people and showing them. Now, I mean, there's a shitload of people in between me and Nikki that probably quit, so I might be making some money. I don't know. I don't go through and check everybody that's like active and not active, but that's not the point. My point is that it doesn't matter. So I want you to think about the promoters that have brought people in, that have brought people in, that have brought people in that you maybe haven't reached out to or you haven't talked to. Those are all people that said yes in their business for their business at some point in time. She's my gangster after this. Don't ever, if you get easily offended, ever ride with Jamie Peck in the Escalade in her playlist. Come on. Okay. I was going to warn you because you might get some really, really interesting stuff. But on a for real note, like Jess had a lot of growth, personal growth and personal realizing like hurdles, things, you know, just not having that belief in herself, not having, being able to tell people no, not being able to see that bigger picture, people quitting, her doing growth challenges, but still not hitting her ranks. Okay. And she kept on going. I want you guys to take some lessons from this because she's going to hit her 12K. She's going to keep on growing. She's already had so much tremendous growth. You guys, if you just went back on Jess's pictures, and I posted the other day on her birthday because her before and after pictures just, it makes me seriously emotional. But what if Jess would have left this company? I think about this because you guys, I put my journey out there and Jess was like, go, you know, it almost, I don't want to say like you did it because I like shared mine, but I think it was that extra push that you needed to take it in your own hands and just go for it. And you guys, like that is priceless. That's life changing. Whether, you know, Jess decides that she wants to leave tomorrow or go 200K or whatever, you better not go anywhere. Okay. But but if she did, looking back, did we have a successful run? Abso-fucking-lutely. We did, because just look at how her life has changed. Look at her confidence. Look at that growth that she's had, her self-confidence, her transformation, all of the above. It is epic stuff. So I want you guys to think of those bigger picture items and think about when somebody tries to shut you down on a post and you're hyper and you're going for a goal, you can't spend time worrying about that person that's a hater. You got to say, you know what? Bye. Sometimes I just delete. I don't even block them. I just delete the post and whatever. Leave me alone. Some people would say, go ahead and argue back. No, hell no. I told my daughter, you do. You treat people how you want to be treated. Okay. You teach people how you want to be treated. But also, time is money. Like I'm teaching my 17-year-old. I'm like, why are you applying for a job that you don't have qualification for? You're wasting their time and your time. Like their time and your time. Employers don't want to waste time. That's money. I don't want to waste time on stupid shit that is not like just, you know, whatever. Like, no. So, and that's why I don't want to be in 3-way calls with people that just want free shit. Like, I don't want to talk to those people. Like, no, I don't want to. I'm sorry. That might have offended somebody. I hope it didn't. But if somebody doesn't ever want to buy and they don't want to see over the obstacles of how, then, you know, it is what it is. All right, Jess, last tip that you want to give tonight to everybody, because then we're going to bring on Crystal, and Crystal's got some fire to bring too.
I guess my tip is don't give up, because here's the thing. It took me 20 months to hit 4K, and here I am 3 years later about to hit 12K. Like, you know, I just think about that picture of that guy like mining, and he's going for that, like the diamonds, and then he gives up, and then like the next row is like right there. I mean, just one more hit and he's going to hit those diamonds, right? I think about that picture all the time. And I keep going and I keep going. But here's the thing. Why would you give up on something when you know the products work? Products are amazing. Paul is phenomenal. I love listening to Paul, Jason, and Drew, because you never know which one of those three is going to drop a hint as to what's coming, and they don't mean to. I really like that part. But just don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. And if you're really having those self-doubts, like, I can't do this, I can't reach out to anybody. Guys, I've been there. I've reached out to Amanda, and she's threatened to break my fingers. But besides that, I had to put that out there. Sorry. But besides that, so, but besides her trying to break my fingers and stuff, she puts me on the straight line. She's like, Jessica, shut up. Do the do. Have you been posting? How many people have you talked to in Messenger? Oh, you haven't been in Messenger? Go do your birthdays. Go talk to people. Go follow up with your free accounts. Go do this. Okay, now quit. I'm gonna not tell you what to do. Just go do the do. Like, that's the thing. I did write this down when you were talking earlier, is if you're gonna ask for help, don't get offended when someone goes and checks your profile picture and they're like, you haven't even talked about your 3 steps. ever, or in 5 days, or whatever. I will say I've dropped the ball the last couple days. I forgot to post about me taking my capsule. Guess what? I'm human.
But you're
But
not bitching about it. There's a
no, but here's the thing is most of my Thrive is posted in stories.
difference.
And here's the reason why I do that is people wake up in the morning, they're going to see stories. They're going to see what I'm doing in the morning because I put the little clock thingy on and that, and they see I'm waking up at 5:15 or 5:30 every morning, get ready for work, and I'm taking these capsules, I'm drinking this lifestyle mix, and I'm wearing whatever ultra and white label, whatever's going on for the day. They see those things every day in my stories. And if I don't post something like that, I'm usually getting some sort of message like, hey, how are you doing? Like today, the first post was Amanda tagging me in a post because I was like not with it today at all. Everybody's going to have those days. So don't think you have to be perfect. You have to post at this exact time every single day. You don't have to do that. Just keep doing the do. That's the most important part.
Yeah, I think that's a great tip, Jess, because, and I want to say that too, is because if you went to every single one of my leaders, like on my team, and I'm talking every rank, guys, from 4K to VIP 800 to 200K, whatever, okay? Every single one of us does something different. Every single one of us has our own lives, our own way of doing things, our own message that we want to share. So I want you to realize that the biggest thing is that you keep on showing up, you keep on learning, you keep on applying, you keep on I don't like to use the word perfecting your um perfecting what it is that you do, but that it's kind of what it is. It's like I am constantly like, how can I build relationships? How can I grow these relationships? How can I build that know, like, and trust factor? Like that is everything to me. It's like I want know, like, and trust. Today I got a referral message right when I was getting ready to go into bungee tone class. And guess what? A girl that I just sampled that ordered as a customer referred her. So I got her referral link, told the girl that she'd have 25 credits. I get back to her after my bungee class. Referrals go a long way. Why? Because I am very, very fluent with my people and make sure that they know if they have somebody to ask them questions or they're talking about it and somebody's interested or they post about it and somebody's interested to tag me, let me do the work. Let me have those conversations with people. Why? Because I'm the promoter. She's the customer. Okay. So make sure you're having those too. Jess, thank you so much. And Crystal, I'm super sorry that I kind of went over because I wanted to go get you on at 9:40, but I'm not very punctual. I'm always on time, but I normally stay over. So that's just how that rolls. Okay, guys. So there's no secret that I've talked about Crystal a lot over the last couple months. Sometimes when people come in, and that's the thing, guys, is I want you to understand, it's like sometimes people, it takes them a little longer to come and get going and to build that confidence and to build some of those skills. And then some people are going to have a different type of personality and they're going to come in and they're going to come at it from a different angle. Okay. Like they're going to be forced to. And, Crystal, I'll let you fill in, about your story and so forth, quickly. But I'll tell you guys, the big reason why I wanted Crystal on is for a couple reasons. For one, I know that she wants to step up her game in leadership. Okay. And when somebody is hungry and wants to learn, I want her on. I want her speaking. I mean, you guys hear me talking about her every single week. Why? Because this girl's doing the do. She's doing she's literally getting the samples out. She's sending the messages. She's making the post. She's being open. She's being who she is. She's going live. She's wanting to, step up in leadership. She's giving input. She's showing examples. I just shared a post of hers in the Dream Team page about her samples. She's literally doing all the things, and she joined in March, and she's gonna go 40K this month. I mean, that's all there is to it. I know without a shadow of a doubt. And here's where the growth happens. It's like some of you guys are on here right now and like, ooh, fucking wah. Excuse my language. You're not 40K yet. And this girl's about ready to go 40K. If that just bothered you, that conversation that I just had just bothered you, you need to go do some personal development because you can't compare yourself to anybody else. Just like when I came in and I blew up and went really fast, I had bills to be paid. My house was going to be gone. The tax man needed some money and I needed to finish paying my dad's. There was nobody that could have stopped me going after what I needed to go after. Okay. Literally. So I'm telling you, do not compare yourself, because if you do, you are going to turn into a jealous, bitter bitch. Excuse my language. I don't care if you're a guy or you're a girl, but that's what you're going to turn into. And guess what? People don't like jealous, bitter bitches, and jealous, bitter bitches don't grow very fast in this business. So let's not be that person. Okay. Let's be, Crystal over here, who's happy and smiling and wants to be like, how am I supposed to follow that, Amanda? But no, for real. And I'm telling you that because I think it's super important that you know, like, you can't be grateful for a journey that you're on if you're jealous. You just can't. And you can't grow in an environment where all you're worried about is comparison. So, you know, you hear faith over fear all the time, and it's true. You either allow fear to paralyze you or you have faith in what it, and you just go for it. Right. So Crystal, you want to go ahead and share a little story. Since everybody's talking about little bitter bitches. I want to let Crystal share her story for just a second. Okay. And I'm going to shut up so I don't interrupt her. That means I'm going to mute myself, Crystal.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to follow that, but I'll do my best over here.
So just start it off with what made you decide to join? You know, wrap that up. I know that you've shared that before, but there's people on here that haven't heard that. But what made you decide to join and how you got to where you're at right now? And then I'll probe you for questions here in a second, but just go ahead and share that.
So I've been with the company since March. I was attracted to the business opportunity. COVID hit. We'll make this short and sweet. COVID hit and my son's school got canceled and I had no one to watch him. So I had to get my shifts covered at work. And because I couldn't get to work and had to stay home with my son, my job of 6 years fired me. Like that, just done. Didn't want to talk about it. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Just, you're fired. Screw you. So I was basically screwed. And obviously nobody was hiring because everything was getting shut down. So I had literally no other options. And I seen this opportunity and I just told myself, you know what? I don't have any choice right now. If I could just pull in a couple extra $100 a week to hold us off a little bit until this whole thing blows over and I can get another job, then I'm going to try it. And that's basically what I did. I jumped right in and I started running and I got my VIP 800 bonus and I got my iPad mini bonus. And I seen that this company actually has a lot to give back if you work for it. So that's what I did. I literally put my head down and I did all the things. I watched every single training video at least twice. And I didn't just watch it. I took notes. I actually have a notebook full of notes, ideas, and everything that I get from training videos.
There's people right now that have not wrote a note ever before. All right. And then maybe they don't learn like that, but they don't apply it either. So that goes out the window. Okay. They don't read the notes, but they just like don't apply it, like goes in one ear and right out the other. But you, Crystal, you do something, and I just want to share this because it's super important. Because she came in and she watched videos and she learned, okay, we had a boot camp around that time. Crystal, what do you do with that? What do you do with those boot camp videos that you went and you got and you snatched up? What do you do with those?
I send those. That is part of when I sign up a new promoter. The first thing I do is I tag them in the training videos. That is the first and only thing that I do. And I say, once you get through these training videos, let me know. And then we're going to move forward. And then I go and tag them in the boot camp videos. And I make sure that they watch those. And I even quiz them a little bit. I mean, if they're ready and they're willing and they're ready to run, I can tell, I know just by talking to them if they've actually watched those videos. Literally just by listening to what they say and if they have questions, and then we move on from there. And then I throw them in the VIP chat and we move on from there. And then I always give them my personal to-do list that I do every day, my IPAs, my income producing activities.
By the way, guys, it's in the Dream Team in the files. Okay. Her IPAs, Dream Team files. Need a list? There you go. Okay, go ahead.
And I give that to them and I tell them, this is what I do. I'm not saying I'm not your boss. This isn't something you absolutely have to do. This is just what I do. Here's an idea. Tweak it, twerk it any way you want and make it work for you. Everybody's different. everybody has the same 24 hours in a day though. It's not about having time, it's about making time and being productive with the time that you do make. My thing is power hours. Like, I am like a power hour princess over here, and I've actually made it kind of fun. Like, I have this little power hour thing that I have on my desk. So when I do my power hours, I use this. It makes it fun for me. Okay.
That's discipline. You see that? Wait. Pull that back out there. Okay. So why do you do that? Because I already know what you're going to
It's literally 60 minutes.
So when you're done, then you move on and do something else.
Yeah. Yep. And then my next power hour at lunch, I flip it back over. This thing gets turned twice, 2, 3, 4 times a day. That's my goal, is to turn this at least 2, 3, or 4 times a day.
So that means you're working in intention.
Yes.
That's impressive.
Thank you. So, and I make sure that I'm consistent with it, guys, like super, super consistent. If any of you were to go to my Facebook page right now, you will see that there has not been one single day since I started this business that I have not made a post, or at least 2 to 3 posts a day. And the same with my stories, my Facebook stories. I'm really consistent with that. But the big thing for me is Messenger, who I'm messaging and who I'm interacting with every single day. And just to give you an idea of how many people I interact with, I'm going to show you the list of people that I messaged and interacted with today. It's 3 pages long. Like, literally, these were all the people that I commented, liked, messaged on their Facebook. And out of all these people, there's probably 60, 70 people I got told, okay, here's the thing. Amanda, you messaged me at 2:00 this afternoon to do this Zoom. And I said, absolutely. And I wrote that down for a purpose, because I wanted to tell people that I sold, I don't even know how many minis. I'm still trying to catch up on those messages from that post. But I've also got 3 new customers today. But out of all that, and since 2:00, I had 5 people unfriend me on Facebook. I've had 22 people completely ghost me, not answer my messages whatsoever. I had a guy today tell me that I was a complete moron and that I should be ashamed of myself for telling people that I run my own business and that it's a scam, and I should just be completely ashamed of myself and that all of my posts are laughable. And he told me it was a trap and you should be ashamed of yourself for trying to trap people into a pyramid scheme. What I wanted to do was reach through the phone and choke him to death. What I probably should have done was unfriended him and blocked him, but I didn't, because that kind of stuff, I take all that energy that I was mad about. I was really, really mad and angry, and I decided to take that energy and channel it to something positive. So I said, you know what? I'm going to prove this dickhead wrong. And I'm going to make it in this company. I'm going 40K this month. And someday, one day, when I open up my back office and there's an $8,000 fucking check sitting there, I'm going to screenshot it and I'm going to send it to him. That's how I work. That's what motivates me. I like to prove people wrong. And that has always been my push. So I had a lot of letdowns. I've been told no a million times. People unfriended me today. I had 22 people completely ghost me like I didn't even exist. Did I stop? No, I kept going to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. I didn't wait. I didn't go back in the inbox. I put them on my list to follow up with them in another week or 2. Something I just want to throw out there that I read the other day, as far as I've got a lot of people that come to me and they're like, I don't know how to sell this stuff. Like, I'm here with the company. Sidelines have come to me, downlines, uplines have even come to me. And they're like, I'm just having a really hard time selling this product. Let me tell you something. People are not interested in your business and they're not interested in your product. They're interested in solving their own problems. That's what you have to realize. You are not trying to sell them a product or your business. You are trying to help them solve a problem. And when you get that mindset, it's going to be so freaking easy. That's going to be your aha moment. Stop trying to sell your business. Stop trying to sell your product. People are looking for ways to solve their own problems. And if
I
you can
mean,
help them solve that problem, cha-ching.
listen, you guys, listen. Crystal, in a short 2 second, why did you join Kaylee?
Why did I join Kaylee?
Yeah, what made you decide to join Kaylee?
She was consistent. She had a resolution to my problem. I had no job. I had no money. And she had an opportunity to help me with that issue, with that problem.
So what if Kaylee never posted about that opportunity or that money?
I probably would have had to give my car back.
Okay, so then what do you post about? You take
The
about
opportunity.
care of that money, but you don't like just like join my team or anything like that. Like,
No.
listen, guys, listen. I'm gonna tell you, I've done all of that. Okay, I've done all the join my team. I've done this is our chart. This is how much money you can make. This is how much like top of the company makes. It's so unrelatable business. I've done all of those things. Want to know what grabs my attention now? Kaylee sitting in a pool with Stephanie and Annalise today. Kaylee at Aubrey's house. All of us at conference or on a getaway. Hell, sometimes it just might be Pekka and I making really stupid faces with weird filters on it, and then screenshotting it and posting it all over Facebook for everybody else to get a laugh from. Don't worry, Lisa, I got some pictures of you too. But no, for real. The reality of it is it's people are going to relate to, like, if you don't have friends and you see somebody constantly posting about the friendships that they have and the people that they're surrounded by. You guys, how many people don't have a tribe? Like, literally don't have a tribe. A lot of people don't have a tribe. And I can tell you, a lot of people don't have a tribe because maybe they just have never met their people. Like, that's really what it is. They maybe have never met their people because their people don't live in their town, city, or state. Their people aren't the people that they went to school with. Or, I think about this. There's not one single person on this Zoom right now. And there's like 110 people. And some people have jumped off and left. Guess what? I don't care. I don't care how many people. I don't care if there's 50 people on tonight. Okay. The reality of it is focus on the people that are here. The people that do show up or need it or whatever. Right. But the thing is that if you focus on the people, literally just how you can help serve other people, you hear it over and over and over again, like, that's going to be the game changer. And how do you serve people? Friendship. And I hate to say this because it was so our slogan: friends, family, freedom, all that shit back in It Works land. Okay. Excuse me. I can't believe I even said that like while we were recording. But my point is that they were on to gold. Okay. Like, they really do have a point in that, because I think about my journey over the years, and Crystal, think about the friendships. Okay. And you haven't even been long enough to have like a getaway, like actually that happened, can you imagine going on these trips and this cruises, like going all these places, to other countries and spending time with each other? And yeah, Erica, I don't live by anybody, live by nobody.
Same.
Okay, I literally, guys, okay, no, I lied. I literally last Monday night or last Tuesday, I can't remember, I took a bungee class with another 200K that lives 15 minutes from me, who, by the way, I spent the last 3 years thinking that she hated me. You guys, seriously? Like, you never know. And that's the thing. It's like, most of us don't live by our teams or by people. Most of us have built through social media. So I want you to know, like, you are not alone at all. Like, all of us are here. We show up every Monday night. We're here every Sunday night, except for last night, because my husband said I had to get off the phone because it was our anniversary. But the thing is like, Crystal is a good example. And anybody that's not, don't friend her. Okay. Because listen, don't friend her. But go and look at her page. I want you to see how consistent it is. And I just told you not to compare yourself, but I want you to compare what you're working. Okay. If you're sitting there saying I'm not 40K yet, I want you to go compare. Are you doing a vase 4 times a day? Are you focused on getting those no's and getting those samples in people's hands? Do you care if people unfriend you? Like, you guys, if I go back on my timeline, so many people in front of me. So many people made fun of me. So many people said all this stuff on me. So many people quit. Whatever. It is what it is. Okay. Most of the people that made fun of me, I don't give a shit anyways. Like, to be honest with you, I don't care. And if so, guess what? You better believe I really wanted them to see when I walked across that stage as a millionaire. Because it is, Crystal, I'm like you in that respect. I'm like, look at me, bitches.
Yeah.
I can't help it, right? And you know what? When I probably danced on stage, going across the stage, and if I wasn't going to offend somebody, it was like, look at me, bitches. But you guys, I want you to think this. Even Paul Gravett, my husband, I was telling him about Paul's dad passing away. How many of you guys know that Paul's dad passed away? If you don't, go to Paul's page, wish him well, give him some prayers, right? His mom, he just lost his mom in January. Okay. My husband says, oh, he was just like Donald. His dad's name's Donald, isn't it? And I'm like, I don't know. This was yesterday before Paul posted his obituary. Okay. And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, yeah, his name's Donald. And I said, how do you know? He was like, because he told me. I'm like, because Donnie's name is Donald. Right. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, Paul was just having a conversation, told him, hey, yeah, my dad's name's Donald, and Donnie remembered that. You guys, that's the kind of impact. That's why Paul Gravett is where he's at. That's why Jason Camper's where he's at. That's why Drew is where they're at, is because they take the time when they don't have to reach out. Kaylee Cribb, you got a call the day after you went 200K, did you not? From Drew Hoffman, correct? Yeah. He didn't have to do that. And it was and she was so mad that she missed the call, but she said, you know what, in hindsight, she's so glad that she missed the call because now she's got an amazing recording, right? She's got an amazing recording.
And I can listen to it, and I called his ass right back. I said, I want to talk to him on the phone.
Yeah, exactly. And you just have to have the balls to the wall to do that, right? And each one of our journeys are going to be different. So, Crystal, if you were going to tell somebody tonight something that you could do because you learned you learned by watching Kaylee, and Kaylee's super consistent when it comes to her posting and what she puts out there. What would you tell somebody tonight to help them kind of project into, kind of going forward and taking the balls to the wall? I mean, because listen, I guarantee what you just said you did today, there's people on here that didn't do that this month. Like, didn't talk to that many people, didn't make that many attempts, didn't have those conversations. So what would you tell those people?
Well, I'm not going to lie. It is tedious. And I mean, it can be kind of a pain in the ass sometimes, but it's what's got to be done. If I was going to give anybody any kind of suggestions or anything, it's stay consistent. Just another thing, get out of your comfort zone. Comfort zones are where nothing happens. So you need to get out of those. For example, the other day, I stepped way out of my comfort zone. I was driving around, and I always have minis in the back of my car, and I decided I was going to drive by this construction site, and they're all working on the road up here. There's like 10 guys up there working. I stopped at that construction site and asked who was interested in having more energy all day and not having to worry about eating. And I sold $200 in minis to a bunch of construction guys. And I was completely scared out of my wits, because I had no freaking idea like what I was doing. And I was like, this is going to be so embarrassing. They're going to shoot me down. But it ended up being good. So stepping out of your comfort zone, being super consistent, and growing your network. Like, I literally add anywhere from 10 to 25 new friends on Facebook a day. And I write all those names down, and I make sure that throughout the week I am liking and commenting on all of their posts.
Crystal, wait, before we say this, because I know you've said this before, but it's a really, really amazing tip. Will you tell people about your process of what you do? Because she's very systematic, guys. And if you go and you pull up her checkoff list, she's very systematic. And one thing I will tell you about success, please listen to what I am saying here, that you have no choice but to make it happen. Did you hear me? When Kaylee decided she was going to go 200K, she went 200K. When you decide that you're going to do something, you do it. And if you don't do the actions, if you decide that you're going to do this and you're going to get serious and you're like, you know what, I'm going to make this shit happen, then you're going to do the list. You don't, nobody's going to need to be over your head. And Jess, I love you. I love you. I love you. But Jess would repeat over and over and over again for a long time. She needed an accountability partner. She needed somebody to check on her. She needed somebody to do her check. And it wasn't until Jess checked off her own damn list and got accountable was when her business changed. And I want each one of you guys to know that. So Crystal, will you share what you're doing on a daily? Because I know that you get up the next day, like you super intentional with the way that you interact based on the people that you friend. So will you just say that?
So like I said, I add anywhere from 15 to 20 friends a day. And I normally do that at night right before I go to bed. So then first thing the next morning when I wake up, I do my personal development. I get my kid ready. I get him ready for school. We do all the things. I go through all of my stories on Facebook and I message, comment, and like on Facebook stories first. And I make sure that I'm writing a comment because that's going straight into their messenger.
Not just liking or loving.
Right. I'm actually typing out like, oh my God, that flower is absolutely gorgeous. Or, hey, where'd you get that recipe? Whatever it may be. And I will go through all of the Facebook stories. And then I will go through and all the friends that I added the night before, I'll like, comment, and love on their posts on Facebook. Absolutely love on them. And I'm not talking like I just did 5 or 6 or 10 or 12. I'm hitting like 50, 60. And I've gotten pretty quick at it. I've got things saved in my phone where I'm just like copy paste, like, hey, that's absolutely beautiful. Your baby's so cute. Like, comment, love. 50 to 60 people, because all those people that I liked, comment, and messaged in their news feed, as soon as I make my first morning post and I post my 3 steps in my stories, my post is going to be the first thing that pops up in their feed, literally. And I can tell if I've done my work or not by how many people like my posts. And I'm not saying it's because my post doesn't have value to it. If people aren't liking my post, people probably aren't liking my post because they're not seeing it because I haven't been interacting.
Did you, wait. Did you just hear what she just said? So if you go to your page right now and you have no likes or comments, I want you to ask yourself how much likes and comments, how many high fives, like Stacy says, have you been giving? How many people have you been super intentional with that you just hope are going to see your post, but you haven't been doing your part? You guys.
So for example, today with my mini post, like I wanted to get minis out today. Like that was my goal today. That was a goal I set for myself. I wanted to get minis. So I made it a point that between 9 a.m. and noon, I just comment like on everybody. And I will tell you right now, every single person that wanted, liked, and commented for a mini was somebody's post that I liked earlier in the day. And they seen that post come up because I commented and liked on theirs earlier or messaged them about something I liked on their Facebook. So that's what I do in the morning. And I spend anywhere from 30 minutes to an entire hour liking and commenting. And you can get through a lot of people if you're intentional with it. If you sit down, you focus, you put your head down, and you just do the work. And it's done in an hour. And then I get up, I clean my house, I do my laundry, I get back to messages. And then in the afternoon, I post again. And then what else do I got up there? I do another 30-minute to an hour power hour. I add all new friends to my list, my hundreds list. This big old thing here. And then I follow up. I have a calendar. I have a Google Calendar, and it has every single prospect's name on there, every Happy Packs name, anybody who's ever liked, commented, or anything on any business or product post. All of my customers, following up with current customers is very huge, because you want them to continue to be your customer and you want them happy. So also every single week, whoever ordered from me that week, I send out thank you cards. Like little thank you cards, and then I put in like little samples of whatever it is that I have. I've got like a whole bunch of crap up there just to show them that I appreciate them. Here, try this, blah, blah, blah. So I constantly follow up with current customers, Happy Packers, everybody and anybody. And I'll tell you right now, there was a girl that got in my inbox yesterday asking about the business opportunity. And this girl has never once liked, commented, or messaged me about anything. But the first sentence she said when she messaged me was, I've been watching you for a while now, and I'm really interested. Could you tell me more? And I never even knew she was watching.
Mhm.
No idea, because she never liked, commented, nothing. But I do remember liking and commenting on her posts. So I know she was seeing my stuff.
Yep, exactly. And that is also gold. And I see Misty. Is that Misty Otten? Is that who that is? Misty Otten that said, "Damn, my business is about to blow up." I'm guessing
That's my Misty.
it's your Misty. Okay, Misty.
It's me.
Oh, Misty Mathis.
Oh, Misty, listen, Misty Mathis, let me tell you what, she's like a little firecracker, man. Like I put out a promo like at the end of the month and it was like her name kept on popping. I'm like, where's this girl at? Like, dude, what the hell are you doing taking all my money? Like what is happening here? And listen, sometimes guys, you see people and they come out of nowhere and you're like, whoa, where are you at, girl? Like you must be following up like a beast, right? And, you know, Crystal said something there. If you're not getting likes, you're not getting love, you're not getting all this stuff. So Misty didn't know that tip. Now Misty's on this tip on here. She just heard this. She's like, shit, I'm about ready to like friend 25 people every day. I'm going to add this to my list and then I'm going to get up and I'm going to interact. Yeah, like, right? So you just took some golden nuggets right from that and going to go and take more of my money sometime. No, I'm excited. Like, so, okay, so Misty's going to go 40K next. All right, noted. Good for you, girl. I love it. I love it because here's the thing. It's like, you guys, I want you to realize like what she just said isn't something like, there's not a secret sauce. It's literally work. Like she figured out, oh, wait, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this happen. I know that I need to get reactions. Where did you hear that from, Crystal? I know specifically, we talked about this on boot camp, that if you are not having likes or love on your posts, then you are not yourself liking and loving on those people's posts. Period. End of story. If you are not getting any type of interaction on your post, you're probably not bringing any value. So how can you change that? I want each and every one of you to go back to the basics of why you decided to join this business. Why did you join the person that you joined? Because if you think about that, truly, really, I'm going to be honest with you, and then I'm going to shut up and I'm going to let Crystal give a tip. I joined the business because Jamie Pekka told me that I could go after a $200,000 bonus, and Lisa K. Fuller told me that she was sleeping and had more focus. Before that, like an hour before that conversation, I was calling it a crack patch and hell no, I wasn't joining this business. But then they dangled a carrot of money in front of me, which makes me run like really fast. And I'm not a fast runner, but I would run for a lot of money. Okay. Because I needed it. It was a solution to my problem. And then Lisa's talking about focus and sleep. And all I thought that it was going to make me like buzz around like a crazy person, like on like a lot of coffee. Right. So it was like totally changed my perception. It's like, okay, well, if this works, like we're going to go to the top of the company. And then Jamie Pekka decided she was going to race me there. And then her ass beat me. Right. She beat me, but it's all good. I still love her. But I want you to think about that. I know why I joined the person I joined, because she had balls to reach out to me and talk to me about it because she knew that I needed it. So while I said, don't cold message, if you know somebody and you have a relationship with somebody and you build a relationship with somebody and you know they could use this business or try these or use these products because not because of your benefit or because you think they're going to make you a lot of money or because you want them to be your customer, but because you know it will truly help them, then those people you need to be reaching out to. Okay. You need to be reaching out to them. And then, yeah. Crystal, hold on, Jess. Let Crystal say one of her tips. What would you tell everybody tonight? Like literally like sounding off, and then Jess, you can say something. Actually, you know what, Jess, say what you gotta say because I can feel it like you're combust. You're about to combust.
Okay, so Amanda, I remember you like kind of blowing up on somebody because they cold messaged you about needing to lose weight or tighten toning and up. Yeah, Amanda, I know. So that's the thing, guys. I get so frustrated. I get several people adding me to Facebook and I go check them out. Okay, they're in another business. Cool. Great. We have something in common. We're both in businesses. Do I immediately message them? Hey, thank you for adding me. Hey, do you want to get some more energy, mental clarity, better sleep, blah, blah, blah? No, I don't immediately message them. Some people do to introduce themselves. Good for you if it works for you. I don't do it because I feel icky doing it. Because I don't like those messages. I immediately get people that add me straight into their business page or their group or whatever. And I'm like, I barely wear makeup. I just started wearing eye makeup again. I don't wear nail polish because I work in food and beverage. I don't do these girly things. So for the love of God, do not friend somebody and message them and ask them if they are looking to lose weight or get more energy, whatever. Because here's the thing, me and Amanda, we had weight loss surgery. Do you know how offensive it can be to just randomly go and ask somebody if they're looking to lose weight when you don't even know their story? Like, please, for the love of God, do not do that.
Yep. And that's the thing, guys. I mean, I get messages all the time of people that are like, "Oh, you're beautiful." Well, I just got a message yesterday asking me if I wanted 40% off and to be a model. And I was like, "Oh." I read it out loud to my husband because, and here's the thing, guys, people just don't know better. When people know better, they do better, right? So like that's why I say sometimes you can respond and you can teach them and everything, but sometimes it's just a matter of, people are just not ready to listen. So Crystal, with that said, you guys, we're gonna wrap it up here in a second. I'm gonna have Crystal give a final tip. Jess, I love you, appreciate you. I think that people have a lot tonight: mindset, discipline, realizing that it's going to take, getting over certain humps, and you're going to have setbacks, guys. Just know that. All right. I was having a conversation today that I said, I wanted this person that I messaged to go balls to the wall and go after their goal. And I told him, I said, even if you fall backwards, who cares? If you go balls to the wall and everybody is pushing with you and that's okay. Your whole team's going to grow with you. And everybody's going to fall backwards. It happens. All right. I mean, obviously we want to make sure that we're doing it right and everything, but you don't want to give yourself that excuse to not go balls to the wall right after it. So Crystal, what would you tell everybody tonight?
Pretty much that. There's no excuses. Basically, I mean, part of my language, but get your head out of your ass. Get it focused, figure out what you're going to do, make a list, steal my list, do whatever it is, and make a promise to yourself that you're going to stick to that and you're going to consistently do that. And I promise, absolutely promise you will see your business start to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
It's all about discipline. I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. It really is about coming down to discipline, and I made that my word this year. And by golly, let me just tell you, if burning almost 1,500 calories today isn't discipline, I don't know what is. And boy, I've got a lot of messages and a lot of people I've talked to. I just posted about this Zoom tonight, talked about inspiration, surrounding myself with good, amazing people. Like, you guys, that right there is a business post. Like, I didn't have to say, join my team. People are going to see that, keep on seeing that every Monday night. They're like, damn, Amanda, like, what is it that you're doing? Right? People are going to ask. So, and then celebrating. I mean, that's honestly, my new girl, Stephanie, she started following Crystal. She started following Kaylee. She started following Brittany. She started following Twin. She started following like multiple different Kayla. She started following all these different leaders. And you want to know what closed her? She got on Stacy's Opportunity Zoom or live last week. And she was just like, I can't wait anymore. I just got to jump in and do this. And I had to talk her into waiting till Saturday. But in the meantime, she was signing referral customers and getting mini experiences out. Okay. So I want you guys to think about that. If you got really, really dedicated on your daily list, and listen, sometimes that list is going to change because you're going to have life happen and stuff's going to happen. But guess what? When things change, you just figure out another way. Okay. And you just continue to do it. So anyways, Crystal and Jessica, we really, really appreciate you. I will get this recording up. It probably won't be up till tomorrow because it takes forever for it to upload. I want you guys to know that we love you, and I'm excited for this month. I think this will be a record-breaking month for sure. I think that a lot of you guys can push beyond what you think you're capable of. Quit with the limited belief. And if you are really struggling with believing in yourself, first of all, if I catch you in a chat talking about being negative, I'm going to cut you. because all you're doing is feeding that freaking devil. Like, why do that? Why do that? I just told you, teach people how to treat you. You got to start with you first. You got to teach yourself with how you're going to treat yourself, right? Because if you don't treat yourself right, your mind, body, and spirit, you're shit. Like, I'm being honest with you. And I don't want you to be shit. I want you to be awesome. And I want you to believe that you're awesome. So go write some affirmations on your bathroom mirror. And every time you go brush your teeth, you see it. Okay. I promise you it works. Guess what? I've done it, and I've surpassed every goal that's on that mirror. All right. So if you haven't done it, go do it. All right. Get some eyeliner or something and go right on your mirror, or some lipstick, and leave it there. And your kids might just come in and say, Mom, I believe in you, and write on the mirror behind you, because mine did. All right. They're watching. And so are other people. I love you guys. Everybody have a great night. I hope you learned something. You're inspired. And I see Shannon Boyce over there saying she's not lying, because I told her I'd cut her too. But it's all for the greater good. Okay. I love you guys. Everybody have a good night, and mwah. Bye.